Hello dear students of class 4 and welcome to yet another online class of science. Dear children, we'll be continuing with chapter 3 today and we will be focusing on the next topic, photosynthesis. As you remember children, in the previous video we covered about the leaf and its function, and one of the functions that we learned, the most important function of the leaf was to prepare food for the plant. That's why leaf is also known as the kitchen of the plant or the food factory of the plant. Now children, keeping that in mind, today we will be focusing on photosynthesis. Remember this word, P-H-O-T-O, photo, S-Y-N, syn, T-H-E-S-I-S, synthesis, photosynthesis. Okay. Now photosynthesis, it is the process by which the leaves prepare food for the plant using water, minerals, carbon dioxide and sunlight. Okay, so what is photosynthesis? It is the process by which the leaves prepare food for the plant using water, minerals, carbon dioxide and sunlight. Please remember children from the previous work that water and mineral are procured by the plant through the roots. Carbon dioxide is absorbed from the atmosphere by the stomata of the plant, right? And sunlight is absorbed through chlorophyll. Remember children, chlorophyll, CHLOROPHYLL, the green pigment present in the plant, present in the leaves, which helps them to absorb sunlight. Now dear children, consider a plant. Okay, consider a plant. Okay, consider a plant. Now this particular plant, in order to prepare its food, it needs carbon dioxide, sunlight, water and minerals. Right? Water and minerals, like I told you earlier, is absorbed by the roots and sent up to the leaves. Right? Carbon dioxide is absorbed. Carbon dioxide is absorbed by the leaves with the help of stomata. The tiny pores present in the leaves, they pull in carbon dioxide, and sunlight is absorbed from the sun through chlorophyll. Using all these things, the leaves of the plant, they prepare the food, and that food is transported to all parts of the plant. Hence, this entire process, the food preparation process, is known as photosynthesis. Alright, once the photosynthesis is over, plants prepare three things. First is their food, which is in the form of glucose, sugar like substance. All right, then they are left with excess water and they are left with oxygen. Okay, after the photosynthesis is present, these are the three products that come up: the food, water, and oxygen. Food is kept by the plant only, stored by the plants. Oxygen is released back into the atmosphere through stomata only. Understood? The same stomata which absorbs carbon dioxide, takes in carbon dioxide, it gives out oxygen. And the water that remains is evaporated from the surface of the leaves. This process, the process by which excess water is evaporated through the stomata from the surface of the leaves, is known as transpiration. 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 Remember, transpiration is the process by which excess water is evaporated from the surface of the leaf through stomata. Understood? So please remember, photosynthesis is the process by which plants prepare their own food. Okay, the leaves are able to prepare food for the plant using sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and minerals. And transpiration is the process by which excess water, I repeat it, excess water is thrown out or you can say evaporated from the surface of the leaves through stomata. And remember one thing, stomatas, they take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and give out oxygen. So here you can understand how important trees and plants are for us. The very oxygen that we need for our survival comes from the plants. Hence you can understand, the more the number of plants, the more oxygen will be there. And if we go on cutting the trees indiscriminately, a time will come when there will be no trees to absorb carbon dioxide, right? No photosynthesis will take place, no oxygen will be given out, and we will die because of shortage of breathable air. Understood, dear children? So here it tells us one of the great importances of plant. So let's see what your book says about photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, the process by which green plants prepare their own food using carbon dioxide, water, and minerals in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, is called photosynthesis. So basically, they need sunlight, they need chlorophyll, they also need stomata. They use carbon dioxide, water, minerals, and prepare their own food. Remember, in biological world, plants are the only organisms which can prepare their own food. This is the fact for you, dear children, that in biological world, green plants or plants are the only organisms that can prepare their own food. No other organism can prepare its own food. Other organisms are directly or indirectly dependent on plants for their food. The different things that a plant required for photosynthesis has been shown in the picture given alongside. Now coming to transpiration. Now remember what I told you about transpiration, the process by which excess water is evaporated from the surface of the leaves through stomata. So you see here, transpiration is the process by which plants release water in the form of water vapor, I told you evaporated, through the pores present on the surface of the leaf, the pores, stomata. These pores are called stomata. Large amount of water evaporate from the surface of the plant through transpiration. This provides a cooling effect on plant. This is the only reason, dear children, no matter how hot a day it is, if you go and stand under a plant, under a tree, you'll have a cooling effect on yourself. Okay, you'll feel very cool. And why is that? That is because of the cooling effect of the plant. Large amount of water vapor. Every time the photosynthesis takes place, the excess water that is produced is being evaporated. So it's a continuous, ongoing process. Due to this ongoing process, dear children, plants, they always have a cooling effect on them. Now, food prepared by plant. I have already told you, the food prepared by plant is known as glucose. It is not your usual Glucon-D that you go get in your home, alright? Glucose is a form of sugar. So let's see. The food prepared by plants by the process of photosynthesis is glucose. A plant uses the food prepared by it for its growth and to get energy for carrying out activities such as photosynthesis. Obviously, like we need food to grow and carry out our daily activities. In the same way, plants also need food in order to grow and carry out its daily activity of photosynthesis. Hence, it requires food. Plant does not use all the food that it makes. Extra food is stored in the form of starch. Some plants store extra food as starch in their roots, stem, leaves or fruits. Now, as the book says, plants don't use all the food they prepare at once. What do? They store the extra food in their plant parts, and whichever part they store the food in, that is usually sweet and edible, that is eatable. Understood? Like you can say in potato, in case of potato it is bulb, in case of carrot and radish it is the root, right? In case of spinach it's the leaf. So plants periodically store the food in certain parts which are edible or eatable. Now comes plant products that we use. Now children, plants are so important for us that since ancient time we have been dependent on the plant for many things. From root to shoot, almost every part of different plants have one or the other use. Some plants we need the root, some plants we need the stem, some plants we need branches, some plant leaves, some plants we need the flower, some plants we need their fruit. But one way or the other, we are dependent on the plants for various products. And here we will discuss about those products only. See, plants are very useful to us. Many things that we use in our daily life are obtained from plants. Many food items that we eat are obtained from plants. We get cereals, pulses, vegetable, fruit, nuts, oil and spices from plants. Now, whether it's about cereals, the grain, the pulses, dal, whether it's vegetable, fruits, nuts, oil, even spices, masalas, right, that we use in the food comes from plants. We also get tea, coffee, sugar, cocoa beans from plant. Our daily beverage, our daily wholesome drink, you can say, whether it's tea, whether it's coffee, or some of us even put sugar in it, right? Also, we for coffee or chocolate purpose we need cocoa beans. You know, chocolate is prepared from cocoa beans. So for even that we are dependent on plants. Plants such as coconut, sandalwood and neem give us oil which are used to make soaps and shampoos. Plants such as tulsi, neem, ginger and eucalyptus give us medicine. In fact, dear children, right now with COVID situation going on, you might be hearing people talking about improving our immunity, our inner strength, our inner defense mechanism, right? So that our body can fight off the disease on its own. And for that, most of the people are advising to you to drink a kind of Indian soup known as kadha, right? And that kadha, the people are telling us to put ginger, giloy, tulsi, stuff like that, right? In order to make it healthy and wholesome. So there is another. Plants such as cotton, jute, sun hemp, flax and coconut give us fiber. Plants also provide us with fiber, thread, which are used to make sack or our own cloth, which are used to make clothes, bag, baskets and carpets. So you see, cotton, jute, sun hemp, flax, coconut, they provide us with fiber. These fibers are used to make clothes, bag, basket, carpet, sack, right, carry containers, and they are used in daily life. In fact, dear children, if you must know, the use of plastic bags, polythene bags is being protested against everywhere, right? So due to that, many people are switching on to using cloth bag, right? So dependence on plants have increased over time. Coir is obtained from the outer covering of coconut fruit, which is also mainly used to make ropes. Now, from the fiber of the coconut, you get coir. Okay, fiber of the coconut, you get coir. This coir can be used to make ropes. Bamboo is used to make paper. Plants such as teak, sal, shisham, pine and deodar give us timber to build furniture, doors and windows. Like I told you earlier, even the branches and stem of some plants, they provide us with hardwood or fur, which are used to make furniture. We get other materials such as cork, rubber and gum from plants. Thus we see that plants are very important from us. Apart from products that we get from plants, they give us oxygen for breathing, Okay, now we have already learned that most important function of the plant is to provide us with oxygen. Also, they bind the soil and prevent it from being washed away by rain and flood. See, usually whenever it rains and whenever it floods, lot of soil is washed away. The roots of the plant, they hold the soil together, they bind the soil together and prevent it from being washed away. So they are habitat. Habitat means home. They are home for many insect, animal and other organism. So we should take care of the plant. So children, remember, plants are very important for us and they must be taken care of. With this, the chapter ends. I'll be providing you with the pick of exercises which you'll do on your own in your notebook. In the next video, we'll be covering the question answers. Thank you very much. Stay safe.